Good evening, Echoes fam. Tonight's a little chaotic, to say the least.
A little chaotic? No one's sitting where I'm not sitting where I'm supposed to. Y'all are fine.
If you notice, Heath and Devlin were not able to join us tonight. Devlin's once again under the weather. Heath's got some stuff for the baby on the way. You know, he's rolling for stats, getting spells prepared for the baby. It's like he's making a new character, right?
You don't know how babies are made, do you? Anyway.
I don't even know how babies are made. I got 2 of them.
Good job, buddy.
So, okay. So tonight's going to be a little different. It's going to be a little shorter. We're not going to have our mid-session break like usual since it's just the 3 of us. We're just going to kind of roll through what I got here.
We will go to the bathroom at will. Just so you know.
Yeah, we have empty bottles under the table. It's okay.
And this is cranberry juice, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
That's from before the session.
That's cranberry juice, and I'm the Duke of Edinburgh.
That's not how it's pronounced.
Edinburgh.
It's Edmonton. It's up in...
That's Canada.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
By Bring Me the Horizon.
God.
I told you it'd be more unhinged with less.
Right. So let's go ahead and we're going to go through our usual... We're going to go through... I'm going to give the brief housekeeping. We're going to shout out W. W.GG. Use code Elderwood at checkout and get 10% off your order. Help the channel out. 0 sugar, 0 jitter, 0 crash. The studio door is wide open, by the way.
Oh, that's probably...
Whoops. I just happened to look over my shoulder and I'm like, oh shit.
Go shut it. Hand it to me. I'll continue to plug. Drink this stuff. It's really good for you.
Just start reading the plate.
Actually, don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's really good for you or
It
not.
might be.
I do know that it gives you good energy, and I've been told that it tastes great. I actually can't drink it because it's got coffee extract in it, which makes me actually want to explode.
It's a selling point
But
for a lot
if you
of
like
people.
that stuff, this is great for you,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to taste good. Here you go.
It's a selling point.
The boo-boo belly.
Oh, real bad.
It's a selling point for a lot of people, but for you, it is an unselling point.
Yeah. And then we are also, as always, our campaign is sponsored by In-Service Training Group out of Columbus, Ohio. Locally owned, veteran-owned training for police officers, security personnel, and personal firearms training. Visit inservicetraininggroup.com. Check out our upcoming concealed carry courses, as well as personal self-defense classes that will be starting up in March of 2025. With that, let's get this crazy train on the rails, and let's run the intro.
Nope. It'll be all right.
All right, that's 2 weeks in a row it's working. I'm so happy. Makes my heart feel good. That is a big fucking dice.
Thanks.
You get like a quarter of a roll with that. It doesn't even roll.
It's just because my dice tray's so small.
It's
All right.
cocked. That's cocked. That's cocked.
Hey, can we quit staring at the cocks? Let's get into the game.
Look, I don't. It's the only one I have.
Anywho, at the end of last session, you guys
Oh, right.
you guys basically fought the cronies of Yarval's brother. Silas proved his worth by making a dude just vanish into thin air.
I vaporized a horse.
You vaporized a horse.
Okay.
Heath turned one dude into a living snowman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
I don't know what happened to the last guy. I think he got like fire blasted or something.
I don't know.
Anyway,
He's not going home to dinner. That's all I know.
Yarval's brother Reinar managed to get away, and then you all were led to the antechamber beneath the Grand Cathedral of Teodi, and you met. I gotta remember how to pronounce my own shit. Maelira?
Yeah, it sounds right, Melira.
Yeah, Maelira. The angel, who is basically the oligarch of the city. And she bestowed each of you one of her feathers from her wings, which basically is a long rest in your pocket.
She picked me up and kissed me on the forehead.
Yep, picked you up, gave you a forehead kiss. You guys found out that she and Silas have a history.
I did a lot of talking.
You did
Big
a lot
old
of talking.
history.
Yeah.
We did get a lore dump from you, which was fun.
Yep, got a lore dump, and then you guys made it back into the house,
And we weren't alone.
and you weren't alone. The house was grabbed by some force. The door was forced open, and the fog rolled in, and you all were reintroduced to Storal's fear of the cat catcher, I guess,
Yeah.
and you learned Olaf's fear of the rat. So the way that the session ended, Yarval, you had picked Storal up, who was having a mental breakdown,
Yup.
and took them up to their room.
Mm-hmm.
Sad boy
So
cat.
that's exactly where we're going to pick up this session. And what I need you to do is, because Storal is kind of curled up in your arms,
Mhm.
I need you to roll a perception check as you go through the door.
Okie doke.
And I need that at disadvantage because you don't know what Storal's room looks like.
Is this when he's putting me in my room or the next day?
This is when he's taking you into your room.
Okay.
We are immediately at that point.
And media rest. Got
Do
it.
I not know what Storal's room looked like? What was the room that hit me in the face?
You got hit by the door. You didn't get hit by the room. You don't
Yeah.
know what the inside of the room looks like.
The inside. Okay, I understand. Okay.
I know what it looks like, I guess.
That's cocked. I'm gonna re-roll that one. You said a perception check. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Sure.
21.
Okay. When you walk through the door, you can feel there's a shift in the energy from the normal house into this room. And you immediately notice that it doesn't look like someone's bedroom. It looks like it's a hallway.
Interesting. I'll look down at Storal and hey bud.
Hmm.
I know this is a bit of a rough moment for you, and you probably just want to curl up and go to bed, but I'm not seeing a bed here.
This isn't what it normally looks like. I don't know. Did he make it up here too? No. Nowhere is safe.
I'm not seeing anything. That's actually the problem. I'm not seeing anything.
Can both of you please give me a wisdom check?
Dice
Or, I'm sorry, a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh.
That was a nat 20.
Nicely done.
It makes sense. It was my room. It's Fake's house. We're one up for Castita.
That's gonna be a 7. I'm a bit distracted.
Listen, smarty
So-
pants. Usually you get the high smarts.
I know.
My turn.
My wisdom actually isn't that great.
So Storal, because you succeeded the saving throw, you are hearing the voice.
Great.
It's not scary. It is
Cool.
it's a stern, deep voice that has a feeling of power behind it as it speaks to you in your mind.
Okay.
Do not be alarmed. I have altered the house in order to keep you safe.
Okay.
Please instruct your friend to follow the end of the hallway. Make it to me 3 rooms down, and I will explain everything you need.
Okay.
Be not afraid.
That's really hard to not be afraid about, but okay.
Am I picking up that Storal is talking out loud? Or is this...
I mean, I'm probably like saying it normally in my head, but like mumbling something.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Just go to the end of the hallway.
I thought you said you haven't... This is not familiar.
I know, I don't know how to explain it. Just the third door. Just I don't know.
Third door. How many do I see? A bunch of doors? Is there any...
There's no doors in this hallway. It is
Okay.
a long, think like the endless hallway of the haunted mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
There's candelabras. It's an old style house, but you can tell that this hallway hasn't been used in a very long time. There's something about it that feels otherworldly.
Dusty.
So the third door thing's gonna be a bit of a problem. There aren't any.
You do see a door at the end of the hallway.
Oh, yeah, there's only one door at the end.
He just said to go to the end of the hallway, and then he said something about 3 doors.
Okay.
And he told me to trust. I don't know. Told me to trust him.
Who?
I don't know. And like Storal's just gonna start crying.
Alright, I'm just gonna continue to move, I guess. 'Cause there's really
Bailey,
nothing I can do.
give me another wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
What to do with sad cat boy?
4.
Okay, cool.
This is not going well for me.
I wanted you to fail this one.
Great.
Because you're not going to take any psychic damage, but you can feel that there's now a communication link that was pretty much forced on you.
I don't do that.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Good. I am the voice that was speaking to your friend Storal.
Who are you?
My name is Zerder. Trust me, I have reached out to the house in order to keep you safe.
I've heard a lot of trust me's.
Listen. I want to tell you more, but it's not safe to do it not in person. I couldn't reach your friends because they're still in the foyer, and I don't want that warlock anywhere near where I need you.
Shit.
Please come down to the 3rd room. You are going to have to get through some safeguards, but nothing will hurt you here.
Prize pizza.
Okay.
You
3rd room down, I will explain everything in person. I just cannot get any closer to the house, or it will force me out.
Alright, I make my way to the end of the hallway then.
So you get to the end of the hallway and you see a large oaken door. And on this door there is a brass plate with 2 handprints embedded into it. The door is shut, and that's all you can see.
Well, I've played Sly Cooper before. I know exactly what I need to do with a double handprint lock. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna need your hand. You see these brass plates on the door?
Mm-hmm.
I think we have to both touch them at the same time here.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Mm.
1, 2, 3, and we.
You place your hands on the door,
Mm.
nothing happens.
Okay, well, Sly Cooper let me down for the first time in my life.
Maybe it has to be like 2 of the same and push.
Okay, well, I'm holding you. So.
Like, hold me up like you would a cat. Wait, have you
That's
seen the...
honestly so in character for
Have
me.
you
I'm gonna
seen
go.
the wall test? Wait, no, actual side, out, like, table, above table. Have you seen the wall test with cats? Okay, so it's where you take a cat, you pick it up, like, under its front legs, and then you put it up against a wall, and if it, like, stops itself with its legs, it's a smart cat. If it just goes into the, like, collapses into the wall, it's dumb.
I have 4 cats. I need to try this.
You should, it's really fun. But yeah, well, we can do that, and I'll just...
Okay. So,
Storal passes the wall test, it's canon.
yeah, under my breath I go, smart cat.
Meow.
So
it's
great.
It goes well with the 20, like, nat 20 wisdom save earlier.
So
This session's good.
I'm not gonna make you roll for this because I rolled a nat 1 on it.
Yay!
You push on the door and you push on the plates, and you notice that it doesn't budge. However, you do notice that the plate is split in half and it's raised up from the door, almost like a handle.
How do you...
Is it a fucking pull door?
How do you push in?
You go into a room. Why would it be a pull door? That's
Well, but how do pull when no can grab hands? This is in character. Because I'm like... So, I push...
I forget. Are you in cat form?
No.
Okay, that's what
This
I
is
thought.
great.
I hate you.
I figured you
So,
would.
but it looks like we have to pull it, but we can't, I don't know. You don't know Fireball, do you?
No. So it looks like you can pull it? Okay, I'm gonna take my free hand. I'm gonna set Storal down at this point.
Okay.
Sorry,
No, it's
we
fine.
need 2 minds here. I'm gonna put my hand on the one side and try to pull it, I guess.
You feel it jostle, but it doesn't fully open. It's almost as if it's stuck by the other door.
Okay, buddy, help. Other door. And
Like, so pull both?
together, yeah.
Okay, so I'll pull the other door.
The door swings freely open
Yeah,
and
it's a
you're
pull
able to
door.
move forward.
Okay, that's what I figured. That's
You're a
dumb.
bitch. Anyway.
Doors open into rooms, but whatever. Dumb design. I'm gonna have a word
Pull
with the
door with
author.
hands on it, so it's like flat. That's...
All right, so I'm gonna continue moving.
I almost made a joke.
What do
I'll
we-
save it for
when the-
after the session.
Door opens. What do we see?
So you see the first room.
You install doors for a living.
No, I fix doors for a living, and not those kind.
He
Not-
fixes them. I used to install them.
Not dumb doors.
Sounds like a door that
I'm
needs fixed.
sorry. I'm sorry. So
I can usually see through my doors too. They're made of glass. To my defense.
In this room, the walls are lined with mirrors, and the mirrors all have archways around them, almost looking like they're openings.
Are they all like different? Are like some of them wavy?
No,
Some
they
of them
all
make
look
you
like
look really tall
they're
and
all
skinny.
like stone archways, like you would find like you could put a door in.
Yeah, but,
but
the
there's-
mirrors are we at a carnival?
No, it's not like a
Are
carnival.
we talking like a bunch of like Mirror of Erised from the first Harry Potter kind of a deal?
It's essentially like there's
Nerd.
an opening for a door, and instead of a door, there is a mirror.
Okay, that's what I was seeing in my
That's a
head.
bad design. All right.
Are we seeing like dozens both sides? Like
Yes,
lots of
dozens
okay.
on both sides.
As we pass, because I imagine we're just kind of walking through the hallway looking at these. Do we see anything different about our reflections? Or anything through the
I'm assuming
each
this will be
archway
a,
or whatever?
a check of some kind that we must pass.
That's
Give
that's why I'm
me-
asking. So I can roll bad again.
Give me an investigation check.
Both
Why?
or just him?
If you're looking for it, also give me one.
I don't. Since I notice him looking, I guess I'll start looking around.
11.
me find the thing. I don't have the right screen pulled up. 'Cause I'm not good at this game sometimes. I rolled an 11, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, it's a 16. I got plus bad.
Yeah, I got my good roll out of the way early.
Okay. So, you both notice that the floor is red. It's like almost like a red tile
That we're standing on, or
that you're
we see in the
standing on.
reflection?
That you're standing on.
Okay.
Okay.
And in the reflections, all the other floors are red, except for on the western side of the room, in the center archway, the floor is green.
Green means go. I think that's
How many down is this?
Like, what do you mean?
So I know he said like third door down. What is this?
This is one. This is the first room.
No, but you said it's like the middle of the hallway.
Yeah.
So, like, if there are 12 doors,
Because
is this door the third or fourth or fifth?
Yeah, because I'm thinking like maybe these are some kind of a doorway or portal or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's what he's referencing.
Trying to figure out how to answer that without giving it away.
Okay, I'll ask a different question. Do I see an actual doorway at the end of this hallway?
No.
Okay.
All ears.
So I'm observing. I'm walking up and down the hallway, and the only one I see that's different is this one that has a green floor instead of a red floor.
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to go to bed.
Okay. I have a plan.
Okay.
So you see how this one's different? Hear me out.
All right.
I will hold on to you. You peer your head through it.
It's a
And
mirror.
if it's... I don't think so.
Can we test that before I put
Yes.
my head in it?
Yes, but then I
Okay.
want you to look, and if it's bad, I'll pull you back out. That way you don't get stuck. It's easier for me to pull you than you to pull me. That's the only reason I'm saying is this way.
You're not wrong. Okay.
But, to be fair, I'll test it. I'm
I
gonna take my
appreciate
hand
that.
and touch the mirror and see if I feel any give or portal kind of a
Gonna
deal.
get
Okay.
fingerprints
Instead of
off.
just
So,
mirror.
so as you are reaching out, your reflection is also reaching.
Mhm.
And when you touch, you don't feel a mirror, you feel the hand of your reflection.
That's uncomfy.
Interesting.
And your reflection is miming everything you are doing.
High five. So, what if you?
I searched up escape rooms in D&D just to give you guys a hint of what's
We're
happening
gonna overthink it. Do you
Mhm.
remember the Christmas special?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. I wrote it, and I'm going to that brain space, and I'm like, man,
Turnabout's fair
I'm
play.
thinking of so many different things it could be that it's probably not.
Well, what if this is above table? You mentioned Mirror of Erised.
Mm-hmm.
Reach in pocket, find key.
It wasn't a key. It was the.
I know,
it was
but
the
this
Philosopher's Stone.
is above table. Like this is the. Shut the fuck up! I'm a Hufflepuff, you ass.
You can guess what I am.
A dick.
Spoken Slytherin. Spoken Slytherin.
Yes. And that's why we get along.
Okay.
Is because every Hufflepuff and every Slytherin needs
Okay.
the other.
So that's actually kind of smart. But if you're looking for a key, what would the key be for? We don't see
I
any
don't
doors.
know. I'm just a cat. I'm just a cat. This session will be short. Gives us puzzles.
So there's no give. I literally just feel like another hand. That's
Yep.
it. The same amount of pressure and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Touch your butt. Kiss your reflection.
No.
Oh, that was above table. That wasn't in character. I promise.
I think it was a character.
Listen, I've had a rough day.
But the only thing different is that the floor is green.
is the only thing different that the floor is green? Like there's nothing different
That's
about
the only
our
thing
reflection?
different in the reflection.
Is there anything different about how we look in the reflection?
No.
Just the floor color.
Yep.
Okay. What if
Fucking rolling dice.
I like this? What if it's supposed to be a door?
We're assuming it's
No.
a door.
Well,
I rolled odds and evens, and I figured if I rolled an odd, I would give you a hint. If I rolled an even, I'd let you suffer, and I got a 5. So you should check the stonework on these arches.
yeah.
How the fuck would I know to do that? I'm gonna check the stonework on these arches.
Fantastic.
Use your masonry background.
Yeah, my
No, I mean,
underdark
that's-
masonry.
We would have gotten there,
Roll a perception check.
maybe. No, it does make sense that you would want to check around the arch.
$21.
All right, you passed.
Yay.
I'm good at perception. It's one of
Some
the
notice.
few that I am.
The keystone at the top center of each arch around the entire room has a different letter written in common. Going around the room, it spells the phrase. There's a lot of mirrors in this room. Courtesy goes a long way.
Do you convey this to me?
Well, yeah, we're trying to.
Well, I'm making sure if you want
We're trying to
help.
work through this together.
Courtesy, like a bow?
Okay, I stand in front of the mirror and I bow to myself.
So your reflection bows with you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I hate you. I don't.
I loved this so much when I read it. I knew I had to do it because I knew this was going to happen. This is how I'm filling the time.
I don't
Okay.
know how to receive courtesy.
I'm gonna say Storal
Yeah.
after you.
As soon as you say after you, your reflection says, oh no, I insist after you.
And then I will step through.
I just wanna
I
go
have a
to
wrinkly brain, not a smooth brain.
I fucking love it!
I just want to go to bed.
See, you're mad about it. I'm fulfilled. That my brain has grown another wrinkle and not
I
gotten
just
smoother.
wanna go to bed. Does my reflection do anything other than also weep?
Just fucking pout.
No, because the fact that he's activated the way through, your reflection is no longer there. So you're able to just walk through. It becomes an
Good.
opening.
Good.
As soon as the reflection moves out of the way to let you in, the reflections are gone. It is now open.
I don't. I swear to God, if you make me put my fucking finger in a keyhole, I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's a reference. We bully because we love. It's
Yes.
fine.
I don't.
I won't actually punch him in his face. I can't reach that high.
I believe because I hate.
I hope so.
All right. So you go through the archway into the new room. You see there is a green floor. And it's got some furnishings around it, like some chairs. There's some coffee tables. There's actually a fruit basket on one of the tables.
Is there a race ball in it?
No.
Damn it.
And then there is a single door at the end. It's not directly across from the archway. It's kind of off center. And on it is a plaque with bronze lettering that says one word. And you see that the door has no handle. I am so sorry that Storal's having to go through this. I
want to go to bed. Storal's gonna
Alright,
just
I'm gonna look around the room.
curl up
for-
on the floor for a minute and have a bit of an
Any-
existential crisis.
I don't want to say any clue because that's cheap. But I'm gonna look around. I recognize that it says one word. I'm gonna look around for any words that maybe, now that I'm kind of understanding the concept of what's going on, I'm gonna look around for any words or anything that jumps out at me that would clue me into what to look for.
I can't read.
Yeah, but I can. So
Yeah.
So I want to make sure we're on the same page with what you're figuring out.
Mhm.
That these are the safeguards
Yes.
that Zerder had mentioned.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know the door says one word.
Or says one word.
Thank you.
So
No, so that's why I was so frustrated. I was like, I don't know what it says.
So you're not seeing anything. There's nothing that's printed. There's no posters or anything on the walls. However, as you're looking around, you hear like a small door open, and from that door, a small pixie in what looks like a secretary's outfit walks out and shuts the door behind her, and she turns it. Oh, I knew you would be here soon.
Wasn't prepared for the pixie voice.
Please, come have a seat.
Yarval's face looks exactly like mine right now.
How big is this pixie?
Pixie size.
So, yeah,
like a Coke cannon under the giant's hand. Got it.
yeah. So, very, very small.
Okay, cool. Prey drive activated. Let's go. I fight, kill, snack.
Zerder did say you would be very untrusting. I know you've been through a lot today.
That's an understatement.
Oh, my dear sweet thing, you're still so frightened. Here. And she walks, she's not flying. She's got wings, but she walks over and she reaches up and pulls from the fruit basket a banana.
Uh-huh.
This banana is twice her size.
Okay.
And she carries it over to you.
I'm not hungry, but thank you.
Trust me. If you eat this, it will relieve some of the tension. It's enchanted fruit that's meant to calm your nerves. Every hero that comes through here is always set on edge when they have to go through the 3 trials.
Why don't you just tell us how to get through? I don't want to...
That's how trials work.
That's how the Elderwood wants it.
Did you just name drop?
Yeah.
Asshole. Fine.
Yeah, you eat your nanner.
You eat your nanner.
That's what they're called, the Underdark.
That's what they're called in the Underdark. So,
the Underdark is actually just baby speak.
Yeah, Undercommon is what my 1-year-old says all the time.
Nice.
She's fluent.
Fluent in Undercommon. Alright, so I'm gonna look at this pixie and... Who are you? What?
Just like that. That's in character.
Yeah.
You're gonna pass out.
My name is Raya. I am... What's the word?
I have a word.
Small.
Yes, I'm very... Thank you. Thank you for pointing out one of my most self-conscious features about me. You're just like a toddler.
And-
You point out what makes me feel insecure.
It's
And
okay.
and pretty.
Now you're flattering me.
I would never flatten you.
Right.
I just am eating my banana watching this.
So, sidebar, as you're eating the banana,
Mm-hmm.
you're feeling a sense of calm. It's
Okay.
almost like it's helping you not to forget what's happened,
Okay.
but to process it and get to a normal, regulated state of emotion. It's kind of like a short rest.
How many fruits
Kinda
are in
like
this
or
basket?
is?
How How many are in this? How many fruits are in this basket of?
2 bananas, a pineapple, an apple, and a pear.
A pair of what?
No, a pear.
A pair of what? Payback is a bitch.
I know.
So I'll finish the banana, and while they're talking, flirting, I don't know. Trying to flatter a pixie. I'm gonna get up and like look at the fruit and just gonna marvel at how much better I feel.
Okay.
Even though I'm still like knowledgeable that I'm still shaken, I don't feel it as much.
Right. So, going back to the conversation, Raya basically says, I'm pretty much the secretary for the trials. Once you get through the first one, that pretty much tells us what we need to know, that you're able to handle the second 2 trials. I'm kind of the checkpoint. Here, this might help explain a little more. And this is where she actually flies up to the desk. And you're starting to notice the cruel humor of what's happening here. They have given this pixie a full-size person's office.
No!
And she is small.
That's a dick move.
So she is pulling from a stack of normal-sized parchment. And she's leafing through it.
She's gonna be fucking ripped.
I mean, she carried a whole banana that's twice her size. You should have asked for the pineapple.
I didn't want to ask.
But
fuck, maybe I'll flirt with her.
So, as she rifles through the papers, she finds the one she's looking for. Here. Are you Jarful?
Yeah, that's it.
That's one way to say it.
Yeah, Jarful and Storal, right?
Close enough.
Okay. So, if I'm reading this correctly, you were pulled precisely when, what does this say? And you see she's like adjusting her glasses and she's still not making it out. So she walks over and pulls out of a normal person-sized small case, a pair of reading glasses, drags them over and sets them up and looks through the lens.
Oh, this poor pixie.
You were pulled precisely at the moment that the mist of Gaelira breached the sanctity of your temporal house, correct?
Yeah?
It's a lot of big words. Bad thing happened, we ended up in the hallway.
Yeah.
That would be a yes. Why are the cute ones always so dumb? Anyway.
I'm not dumb, I just don't speak very well.
He's not from here.
Noted. Well, neither of you are from here.
True.
So, you were specifically pulled due to valorous acts, and in order to help prepare the rest of your team for what's ahead.
Did we die?
No.
Okay.
You're not dead.
Okay.
You are not dead, I promise. You're displaced in time and space.
That must be a question you get a lot.
It is a question I get a lot. Trust me.
Can I have another fruit?
Yes, you may. You may have any fruit you wish.
Okay.
Please help yourself, my dear.
Thank you.
So, what are the next steps?
Well, the next step is getting through the door. And then you'll face the third trial, and we
So there's 3 trials and 4 doors?
No. You went through, and you see she, like, does this, like, thing from The Hangover, where she's doing the math in the air. I knew that was going to be an issue, and I brought that up in the meeting. Anyway. The first door, it's meant to be easy. Oh, no, you didn't push, did you?
So this is the thing. Doors open into rooms, and if you pull a door, that's like if you have to go to the bathroom and you pull a door towards you, it's counterproductive. It doesn't make a
also
lot
has
of sense.
hands, so it looks like you push.
Yeah, I understand what you guys are saying, but it was very misleading, and honestly, I would recommend if
you have a suggestion box,
editing to the piece.
You see her, she starts grumbling to herself. Every time we make these as simple as we can, and they find some way to make it stupider, and she grabs a regular sized quill and dips it in an inkwell and starts to scribble and starts to write in perfect, beautiful calligraphy, I might add, about the door.
If it helps, I recently have learned of a story about these Xmas folk. They were in a place. There were doors very similar that worked in sort of similar ways. Maybe do some research into those doors, perhaps. I heard one of them wasn't even locked; it was just open, and you know.
Oh,
that would be. But it opened into the room. You see, so it was always into. It bothers me.
So
I'm sorry. It bothers me.
I know. How do we get through? I just
that explains a lot, because most of these trials were Jax's design.
Jax.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who is this Jax person?
Jax Fairman. He's one of the spirits of Xmas.
Oh, interesting.
Fuck that guy.
You don't know what the Elderwood is, do you?
Not the foggiest.
Oh, that's why Zerder wanted you there as quickly as possible. Okay. I can't give you the answer to the last trial, but I can help you out here. And she flies over to the door. And you see her kind of land on the little ledge that the letters for one word are on this plaque. And she starts to shoulder shove them. And slowly, the letters start to shift as they fall out of the plaque and cling to the floor.
Okay, do I notice any words starting to form?
Well, it goes from one word to one were to one woe to one W.
You want to say one?
To one, to on, to O, and then there's no letters. And so she's pretty much.
Hold on.
She takes a seat on the ledge, just heaving.
And I know you. Thank you for your help, and you're very busy. Can I add another thing for the suggestion box? Some people don't know how to read. Maybe take some free courses on accessibility and.
You said it just said one word.
One word.
I know what it is out of character, but I don't want to help.
I want to do a dumb thing because how my brain is. I want to just write DROW.
Yeah. No,
But I can't. I can't do that. I think it's an anagram.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
Well, yes. Question to the DM. Am I allowed to assist out of character if in character Storal doesn't know shit? Because I don't know how to spell words, and he barely speaks common.
Each time you do, it's going to cost an inspiration coin.
Okay, so I have an idea what the word is, so I'm just going to give you an inspiration coin. This is out of character.
Because I think it's an anagram. That's what makes sense. With the tiles falling, I'm like, okay, it's an anagram.
Wonder.
O-N-E-E-R. Yeah, that would work. Alright, I arranged them into the word wonder.
No, my inspiration.
So, as you go to start putting them into... Also, I changed the music now that it's less tense. I wanted to get you guys to a sense, like, it's foreboding until you reach this room, and then you realize, like, oh, this isn't high stakes.
This is literally what I fall asleep to every single night, so hopefully I don't get tired.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between watching right now, you are experiencing what I call DM panicking when two people can't make it to a session. This is how I planned this. So
I gave you 24 hours notice.
I know.
You're welcome.
So you put the word wonder in.
I think more than 24 hours.
So as you're putting the letters in, right when you went to slide the first one in, Raya flies up and she just sits on your shoulder as you do this. And you get the word wonder, and nothing happens. And that's when Raya just kind of gently reaches over and kind of just tugs a little bit on your hair and just goes, Sweetheart, you have to use all of the letters.
I tried.
Would you like me to? I can't give the answer, but
Oh yeah, there's 2 O's.
Wounder.
Wounder.
Oh, wonder. I don't know how to spell. And after all, I tried.
I have a piece of pizza. Please.
Can I have the answer? If I promise not to tell him. I'll even give you 2. Here, I'll give you this one that has a fuck ton of bacon on it. I won't give you the one that had a lot of bacon because it was 2 pieces and now they're on the floor. I'm gonna clean that up later, I promise. I'm sorry. I'm struggling today.
It's okay.
I give up. Not sponsored,
geez.
not sponsored, not sponsored.
Not sponsored. I texted the answer to you, Kade.
I'm gonna look.
It's gonna be the most boring episode. People trying to watch me figure out an anagram.
Just put it on top of that one.
Okay. I want to see.
I'm gonna eat it.
I want to see Kade's response to reading it, and then we'll continue in character here.
Who texted me on Messenger?
Mm-hmm.
It's not processing. Hold on.
Did it send? There it is.
It's probably so simple, but I'm just like trying to figure out like, okay, the double O has to be like
So-
double O.
Hang on. Odds, evens. Oh, you guys are fucking
Can I-
lucky.
Can I give a hint that won't give him the answer?
Yes.
Don't think about what the first clue was.
I don't even remember what the first clue was.
The first, it was one word.
No, I don't
But
give a
don't-
shit about one word. It's one phrase.
It's one phrase. Oh, can I do something in character that might help us?
Mm-hmm.
It might give the answer away. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we just get a new door? Something? I don't like this puzzle.
Hold on. I had it figured out the first time, but I added a third O. I'm stupid because that's what I thought it was, and I was like, "Wait a minute! I already used the N." Fucking idiot! I'm so smooth-brained. I was just fucking. I was ready to rave about that first one. It's new door.
That wrinkle got revoked.
Yeah, you took my wrinkle back. I don't appreciate that.
Wrinkleback is Nickelback when they retire.
My cranberry juice is empty. I'm pissed.
We can take a bathroom break. I'm eating floor pizza. You're fine.
I've never vacuumed this carpet, by the way.
Oh boy.
I don't care.
So you put the words,
If I die, bitch. I don't fucking know.
you arrange the letters to form new door, and you hear the door unlatch, and it pushes open into the next room.
See, there we go. And then I walk in.
So as you go to leave, Raya takes the light off of your shoulder. The next trial's not difficult. I promise. Just keep going. Zerda will explain everything when you get there.
Before we leave, I grab an apple and put it in my pocket.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't care if it's fine or not. I did it.
So you step into the final room. And this is where I'm going to find one more piece of audio. It's not going to be scary, I promise.
Getting a lot of promises.
There are demons and gargoyles, and you feel the immense heat in the pit of hell.
My Little Pony soundtrack plays.
In that. And I realize I really am in hell. Honestly, that would be more of the children's television that my kids watch. No, Bluey's cool. I have a freaking Bluey tattoo.
Bluey's chill
cool.
as fuck.
Bluey's cool. For those of you wondering, it's that one.
The next room you step into,
Tattoo tour. Next
it's
session.
a very large open atrium. And along the walls, you see statues of various figures. There's almost a sense of reverence in this room, because as you look up into the ceiling, you see it as it's a large domed glass ceiling. And outside of it, you see an ever-expanding galaxy of stars.
Okay.
And as you are looking around the room, you're seeing name plaques at the feet of these statues. There is a statue of what looks to be a human in a kilt throwing a lightning bolt. And the plaque reads, Herbirth Duskwing.
You make me fucking emotional. I'm gonna fight you.
You see what looks to be a minotaur wearing a hat.
I'm gonna cry.
And the nameplate reads Gorin. You see a statue of an Aarakocra wearing a wide-brimmed hat, strumming a lute that reads... I can't remember the full name off the top of my head. It just reads Raffi. He had a very long name. You see one statue that's 3 individuals. It looks like it's 2 tieflings and a human. And it reads Jax Fairman, Lee Oswald.
I'm not helping you.
And
No, it wasn't Lee Oswald.
or it was Oswald Lee, something like that. No, Lee.
It was Oswald Booth.
Oswald Booth. That's it.
That's what it was.
I have it in my notes. Hang on, I have it in my notes from the one shot.
It was Oswald Booth and Dwill something.
Dwill
Halfhorn.
Halfhorn. I knew the Halfhorn part. I couldn't remember the name.
Oh, I have all the names written up here.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
And then you also see directly next to them, because all these statues are in their own alcoves, but you see there's a small wooden statue that looks like it was carved of a gnome and a goat next to them.
Oh, that's real cute.
And at the center of the atrium is a pedestal with a very large human with dragonoid features. And he has a large rounded shield and a battle axe in his other hand. And he's standing proud. And the nameplate reads Zerder Dragonsoul. At the far end of the atrium, there is one final door. And there's nothing that really... There's really nothing but the statues in this room. You don't see... There's no notes. There's no plaques with handprints. There's no mirrors. It's just the statues and the door.
Nothing that references Agave Claxton. That hero.
He was a shop owner.
When you met him.
Oh. That's going to be safe for campaign 2.
Okay, I don't see anything else except for what? Again, I'm sorry.
The statues in the door.
I don't like it in here. Big.
I'm gonna look at the statue of Zerder and see if I notice anything about it that jumps out at me, I guess.
Give me a perception check.
42.
22?
Yeah.
Cool. You beat my 16. It's a statue.
Solid.
Yeah, it is. Storal's just sticking really close to your side.
I lied. There is one note in the room, and it's on a small, or it's affixed to the door. You have to get
The one
closer
at
to
the
read
end.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go try to read it because I'm the only one that could read.
Yep. You've made this choice.
Yeah.
Yep. You go up to the door, and the note reads, "Please knock before entering."
I knock on the note.
From on the other side of the door, you hear, "Man."
Okay, then I open it.
And the door opens.
Sick.
We're
I'm
so fucking smart.
dude.
We're so
I told
fucking
you
smart.
I'm so fucking smart.
We're so fucking smart.
You can
man.
ignore the anagram, but I'm smart.
That was a ruse.
Yeah, that one was not fair. I got distracted by the fact the door opened the wrong way the first time.
Really did though. The door obsession is real.
At least there wasn't a toilet paper one where it was facing the wall instead of waterfall.
Look, it was either the please knock before entering, and then watch you guys go, "There's no way it's that simple," like I did, or I was gonna do the classic. There's a chest in the middle of the room. You open it, something flies out, runs through the door, and you realize the door was unlocked the whole time.
Yeah, I've done something like that, and you got real mad at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I go into there, and I'm assuming I see somebody, because I heard a voice.
Yes. As you enter in, it's pretty much like another small lobby. It's not like an office, but it's almost like a small alcove. And inside, waiting for you, is the physical person, Zerder Dragons.
Does he look like a statue, or is the statue a little exaggerated?
He looks exactly like his statue.
Okay.
He is about 7 feet tall, with long black hair
I have neck pain.
that is tied back in a ponytail. And he has shining black horns that come from his... And he's got the normal complexion of a human.
Smash.
And his horns
What?
come back and kind of rest against the back of his head before pointing up at the back.
Smash.
You see that he has 2 blue dragon wings. And he's wearing plate armor. And affixed to his belt is, on one side it is his axe, and then on the other is what looks to be like a section of a circular shield, which can only mean that because he can't strap it onto his back, it's one that fans out. And on his arms and his legs, you notice that they are dragon-like appendages. So he has claws with blue scales that go up to the middle of his arms, and he has dragonoid feet that have blue scales that go up to his knees. And then he also has a blue dragon's tail.
I stand by my previous statement.
So, in this room, there is the door you came through. There's a door on the other side that Zerder is standing in front of. And then there is a small kind of chase lounge. And Zerder invites you, and Zerder sees you come in, and I'm very sorry that you had to go through all of that. It's honestly, every time we get the council together, Jax feels when we invite someone here, we want to make sure that they're going to be reverent. And for some reason, Jax thinks the best way to do that is by setting up sequential puzzles. I guess he said that he got the idea from some workshop.
Yeah, he was never really my favorite.
The man is completely eccentric.
Seems like it.
Should have had Halfhorn do it. Would have been way more entertaining.
So
Trials of blackjack and hookers.
the reason I brought you here, and I want to explain this before I take you to where we are going. I wanted to bring your entire party, but we can't fully trust Silas as the Elderwood's branches are still swaying for him. However, for you and your compatriots, the wizard and the barbarian, the branches are firm. You have the roots of heroes. And the point that you are at in your journey, it would not do well for you to not know what is ahead.
Do I know what the Elderwood is that he is referencing?
I don't know shit.
Give me a history check.
$19.
Does not beat a nat 20.
Ugh.
They don't tell me shit, so I don't know.
So Zerder continues. He says, I cannot tell you what may happen on your journey. However, I can tell you that you are not alone in your journey, and that you all are destined for greatness. And he turned, yes.
Am I also destined for a nap?
Yes, small one. You are destined for a nap soon.
Okay.
Did you partake of the fruit in Raya's office?
Yeah, but I'm still really tired.
That's fair. He turns and he waves in front of the door, and it just lowers into the floor. And on the other side, you still see the nexus of stars, just like outside the atrium. And he reaches his hand out towards you both. Says, follow me and I will explain where and when you are.
I'm just gonna look at your wall and be like, are we doing this? We have to?
At this point, I don't think we really have much of a choice. We're clearly not in the house anymore, and we're not anywhere else. I don't know how your room became filled with all of this, but...
Worried about this happening to a girl once.
So I'm gonna ask...
Did you just make a Coraline reference?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was making
that's what I got.
Wizard of Oz reference.
Oh. I thought it was a Coraline reference.
You're Dorothy.
No, I'm Toto.
Excuse me.
We're both Toto. I don't speak English.
We're both Toto.
I bless the rains down in Africa.
It's about werewolves.
I'm gonna turn to Zerder first and be like, who are you exactly? How is it that you were able to get us away from the house? How do you know who we are and what this Elderwood is?
I am, and you see that he breathes a deep sigh, almost as if he's done this many times before. And he says, I am Zerder Dragonsoul. I was part of an adventuring party, I would say long ago, but out here time is strange. I was part of a mission that my compatriots and I were kidnapped by Drow. And this is in And you see he's like trying to figure out how to word it.
Mhm.
And then he says, you and I are from completely different planes of existence, different timelines of existence. In my journey, my compatriots and I were kidnapped by the Drow of our plane and held captive. And we had to escape and make our way to Waterdeep. However, for reasons I don't know, our plane was falling apart. We were beginning to lose our memories of each other, of our previous adventures, and we could not see the way forward. Until I was plucked by the Elderwood. And he moves past you into the hall of the statues, and he begins to point. And he says, Lord Duskwing and Lord Gorin were also on their own adventure on a plane of existence. They were seeking information on a nightingale. However, their plane was unsettled by a calamity, and they were plucked before they were lost with it as well. Raphael was part of a group of adventurers that were journeying to the mines of Phandelver. However, soon all of his compatriots disappeared, and some went on to find new campaigns and journeys. And he was alone until the Elderwood chose him. And our three compatriots of the Xmas season had their journey. However, they are one of the rare cases that their journey came to a completion, and they are still able to go to their plane. And so we are here to keep planes from falling into the same calamity that befell mine, Duskwing and Gorin's, and Raphael's.
Is it happening to ours?
It's still very unclear, as your timeline is still fresh.
I'm having emotions. It's fine.
Although it is strange, though, that recently we did have to get rid of one of the statues, but that's because we just couldn't stand who it was. That's who Raya replaced. Was some Spriggan bartender. His room was guarded by a coin box.
That's weird.
Now, is that sufficient?
Yes, I didn't. Please don't take my questions as a challenge.
No. By all means, I apologize.
I didn't know, and don't flatter yourself, if I was speaking with any of the gods or champions of said gods or anything of this sort. This like many other things in the current existence that I'm living in has been sprung on me as quickly as anything else. So I've learned to question a bit more than I used to.
Yeah. He interrupted a honeymoon. It was an interesting experience.
Well, that wasn't really a question. I just needed to look out the window. It's a very reasonable explanation if you think about it.
Who barges into a honeymooner's room?
Well, I didn't know it was a honeymooner's room. I just barged into a room because it had a window and I needed to look
It's
out
really
the window
good that you
to see
put a
the
sign
purple
on the
mist.
door that said knock, is all I'm saying.
Clearly. Now, if you'll step this way, it'll become clearer, and you'll see why I'm being as cryptic as I am.
Okay, so
Okay.
So he leads you through, and you are on a stone pathway that is floating in the expanse of this galaxy And at the end of this winding pathway is a large, gigantic elder tree. The roots are expanding out beneath of it, and the branches are expanding out infinitely. And they are glowing with an arcane magic that fills you both with hope. And around this tree is a plaza. And you see various people walking around the plaza. And you see one person who appears to be Turberth walk up to the tree, place his hand upon it, and then with a flash of light, he vanishes, and you just see this light fly up the trunk of the tree into the branches. And as you're following Zerder down, you hear a flapping of wings, and you see an Aarakocra in the Spaniard's outfit that looks like a scarlet macaw. Ah, Zerder, my friend, I see you. You bring more for the Elderwood, yes. I tell you, I don't think I'm very much hero, but they say I'm hero. Welcome to the Elderwood.
Thank you. Are we sure we didn't die? I feel like we died.
No, we're not sure.
I wouldn't know. I've never died before, but this feels weird.
I'm trying to see. I think I have his name.
You want to get Rafi's full name?
Yes. I know I have it. I have it somewhere on this phone.
Giving me emotions, bringing up Gorin.
Hmm?
Giving me emotions, bringing up Gorin.
Right now.
That's my boy. He's my cowboy.
I wish I knew where I had it. I pulled it up not too long ago. It used to be on my Twitter, and I deleted my Twitter.
This is weird.
So he ends up flying away towards the Elderwood, and he does the same thing as you saw Turberth do. He touches the trunk and vanishes in the light and flashes out into the branches. And so Zerder begins to explain as you guys are walking towards the tree. The Elderwood is an ancient, ethereal tree. I know there's a plane. There's a plane that calls this Yggdrasil, the world tree. But it's a lot. They have a very simplified version. The Elderwood is a nexus of planes and existences and timelines. Here where we are is the focal point. We are outside of time and space. We use the Elderwood to reach out and find champions from either stable or most often crumbling planes in order to keep the branches from dying like those planes did. That's what happens when a plane dies and faces calamity, is that the branches have died off. Now, the thing in your case, the reason we were able to find you is because your branch coincides with the branch of the Xmas 3. And he points up into the tree, and you can see one branch that it's two branches that collide into one and then continues on.
Neat.
This was an anomaly.
That's not how trees work.
Correct. That's why we figured something was special.
Wrinkle brain.
So we wanted to intervene to keep that rare branch from dying. So Yarvalsir, and just to point out, you don't feel the same foreboding as when your name was spoken in Tiety.
Because I'm on a totally different plane of existence.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope your brother shows up there. That'd be fun.
Storal, as well as your compatriots Olaf von Dustysmuffler.
Olaf.
What did I say?
Olan.
Oh, I thought I said Olaf.
You said Olan. I was like...
I said Olaf von Dustysmuffler.
No.
You said Olan von Dustysmuffler.
It's not like we're recording this or anything. Olaf. Olaf. The Barbarian.
Olan's his twin brother.
Yeah.
He just checks notes.
And Abarkus Koor. You are all slated to be heroes of your timeline. And normally we wait until you've reached your journey's conclusion.
When we die?
No.
Oh, okay.
If it's your conclusion when you die, then the Xmas 3 wouldn't be here because they've not died either.
I have a headache.
We're outside of time and space. Things are very strange. All I'll say is, be wary. Because soon you will be facing the toughest challenges of your journey. And unfortunately, we are sworn to not intervene. In fact, this is me acting upon the will of the Elderwood. Normally, I wouldn't do this soon. But you are facing dark times ahead on your plane. Keep a close eye on your compatriots and steel your resolves. And know that no matter what happens, you will end up safely here with the Elderwood. I've heard it in the echoes that have reached me from the end of the branch. That was kind of cool that the music had that sound effect.
Yeah.
But
Not rehearsed at all.
I know, right?
Echoes is scripted.
So take heart knowing that greatness awaits you. What matters is how you will respond when the moment is upon you to be great.
Oh,
So where do we go from here?
bed?
From here, and he leads you up to the trunk of the tree. And he says, place your hand upon the wood of the Elderwood and think of where you are from. Think of a focal point. Whether it be something that's binding you to the plane, or a person that's binding you there, and you will be returned to the exact moment you left your plane. So, with that, I want to know what each of your characters thinks of as they reach for the trunk.
You want to go first? Are you still thinking?
No, I mean, I know the first thing that came to my mind
Same.
in my character's mind, but I don't know how well it's actually going to go. Well, when he says, think of the person who, anchors you to your plane or whatever, the first person I thought of was Yarval's mother.
Okay.
Interesting. Because being the literal idiot Storal is, he thought of his bed. But then the thought kind of shifted and blurred. And he had this image in his mind of again blurry, but like a woman's face crying and screaming and like reaching out to him as he was being pulled away.
So as your characters think of these things, you feel a surge of energy as you are enveloped in light and instantaneously pulled into the Elderwood. And you don't feel the blind eternities around you pulling at you.
Mm-hmm.
You just feel yourself being pulled through. So instead of it feeling like the universe is trying to hold you where you're at, you feel like you're being led exactly where you need to be.
Okay.
And in a flash, you are back in Storal's room in the house. Your actual room.
Both of us?
Both of you.
Okay. I was worried there because I was like, okay, I'm thinking of Jarpal's mother. I was like, please don't take me to the Underdark.
I was thinking...
That would be real bad for me.
Storal was thinking...
But I was being honest.
Of his mom when... Because the last time he saw her when he was taken away as a kid. So... That's fun.
So, as you're both in Storal's room, you're towards the center of the room, so you're a good ways away from the door. And suddenly, the door bursts open, and it's Silas. And you see he's still white as a sheet. And you hear from down in the foyer, you still hear Olaf kind of mumbling to himself. And you hear Abarkus trying to console him in his weird wizard way.
Do I pick up on the fact that Silas just opened the fucking door that wasn't his room?
Yes, but you assume it's because the house wanted him to.
Okay.
Silas throws open the door, and he just sees you both standing there. And he goes, "Okay. I don't know what happened. All I can tell you is that something grabbed the house, and that's what caused the mist to come in. I'm making sure you guys are okay after that. Abarkus is down taking care of Olaf, and he happens to look at the both of you, and he sees how calm you guys are. And he goes, did I miss something? In the half second it took you to come through this door.
Can you do me a favor and take the apple out of my pocket? Just, can you go give this to Olaf? I think it'll help.
Okay. Yeah. And then he just kind of looks at the both of you, and he's like, right.
I'm gonna walk up. He's still in the doorway?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk up to him and look at him, put my hand on his shoulder and say, get dressed. There's nothing we can do about this right now. And I'll give him a pat, and I will walk him down the hall towards my room.
Before he can leave.
Me?
Yeah. As your back is turned to me, Storal runs up behind you and gives you, tackles you. It doesn't feel like a tackle. He's tiny. It tackles you and hugs you as tight as he can.
Oh.
And just says, thank you. Thank you for caring. It's been a long time since someone's cared like that. So thank you.
And Silas is just watching this, and he's just... You can see he's trying to put the pieces together. Like, he can tell something has happened, and he has no idea what.
So I will pat you on the head, and in your head, not out loud.
Oh, yeah.
You'll hear, and just you'll hear, I always care. And then I'll continue walking towards my room.
I didn't sign up for crying this episode, you asshole.
Okay. So then Silas just kind of shakes his head, and he's still trying to figure it out. And he shuts the door. And you notice on the chalkboard that's on your door that the house has now put on all of your doors to communicate with
we
you.
all have messages.
All you see is what looks to be a tree drawn on it. And this is a very immaculate drawing. And you'll notice this when you go to your room, and you'll see it drawn on yours as well. And you'll see the image of the tree with a circle around it. And you see the roots below, and the branches, they don't have leaves drawn on them. And It's almost as if the house is confirming, I let you go where you needed to be. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Cool.
I'm fine, I promise. I'm just having a lot of emotions.
So, I don't know if you picked up on that. I kind of want to clarify for the audience as well that this is the start. We're laying the foundations for what Echoes of Elderwood is meant to be, which is going to be multiple campaigns across different timelines, planes, environments. And these are champions that were plucked from old campaigns. Completed, forgotten, destroyed. And it's just going to show that when we move on to campaign 2 and beyond,
which isn't happening anytime soon.
No, not happening anytime soon. We are nowhere near this completion.
No, God, no.
No, I just panicked and had to figure something out, and I'm like, this is where I drop it.
Let's give them bitches feelings.
But, so yeah, that's what the end game is.
God damn it. End game part 1 or end game part 2?
Yes.
Neither, they're both garbage. Yeah, I said it.
Okay. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and close out for tonight. Hopefully we have everybody here. Our next episode's on Valentine's Day. But because of this, it won't be a combat episode. So we'll be doing Theater of the Mind again. I might try to come up with a dungeon that's a little less angering.
Yeah, especially for Heath.
Yeah, he's gonna want to fireball every door. No. But yeah, we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, if this is your first time watching, please go back through the playlist, watch all of campaign 1, get caught up so far with our campaign, and we will see you all in 2 weeks. Until then, keep your ears out, listen for the echoes.
I get it now.
We'll see you.
Name drop.
Exactly.